In the vast silence of space, a small satellite once whispered India's first cosmic message to the universe. That whisper was Aryabhata, India's very first indigenously built satellite. Launched on April 19, 1975, named after the legendary Indian astronomer and mathematician Aryabhata, who introduced the world to concepts like the zero and planetary motion. Built by ISRO, India's space research organization, Aryabhata was a 360-kilogram marvel of ingenuity. Its 26-faced polyhedral structure was unlike any other satellite of its time. Compact, efficient, and fully Indian in design. And though India didn't have a launch vehicle of its own at that time, it was the Soviet Cosmos 3M rocket that carried Aryabhata into orbit from the Kapustin Yar launch site in Russia. Once in space, Aryabhata began its short but significant mission. It was equipped with scientific instruments to study X-ray astronomy, solar radiation, Earth's ionosphere, and cosmic rays, phenomena that shape both space and life on Earth. But Aryabhata wasn't just collecting data. It was testing India's capabilities, validating systems like power generation, attitude control, and thermal management. In simpler terms, it was our very first rehearsal of how to build, manage, and sustain a satellite in space. And it succeeded. Though a power failure cut its transmission after just 5 days, Aryabhata remained in orbit for over 17 years, silently circling the Earth. A reminder of India's first footsteps beyond our atmosphere. Those 5 days weren't a failure. They were a milestone. In that brief window, Aryabhata sent back valuable scientific data and, more importantly, sparked a revolution in Indian space science. It wasn't launched from high-tech labs. It was assembled in humble workshops in Bengaluru, where engineers, scientists, and technicians worked day and night, sometimes without clean rooms, sometimes without experience, but never without determination. Aryabhata was not just a satellite. It was a dream wrapped in aluminum and solar panels. It represented the daring spirit of a country determined to rise, not just economically or politically, but intellectually, scientifically, and cosmically. Today, when we talk about Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, Aditya L1, or the upcoming Gaganyaan mission, we must remember it all began with Aryabhata, the first Indian object to break free from Earth's grasp and look back from the heavens. Aryabhata taught us that space is not a luxury of the rich and powerful. It's a frontier for the bold and visionary. In just 360 kilograms, Aryabhata carried the hopes of 1 billion. And even though it fell silent, its legacy speaks louder than ever. India's space story began with a satellite that lasted 5 days. But its inspiration will last for centuries.